Guys, it's Sarah. So it is Sunday morning, a little after 9 o'clock, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with the Slay That series readathon. Normally we'd be going to church right now, but my little one is sick. She spent all night coughing and has a little bit of a fever. So we're staying home and letting her kind of rest and do all that stuff. So I am going to go ahead and get started. So my first read is going to be Dexter is Dead. So I have it on my Kindle and it's ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, it is 4 o'clock on day 1 on the 13th, and I'm taking my two little monkeys out to the movies. So we're going to go meet up with some friends and go see Zootopia. And then I just have like dinner and all that stuff to do later. But I did spend majority of my morning reading, and I got through 43% of Dexter is Dead. So I read 11 chapters total and got through 43% of it. So that's really, really awesome considering these two were running around. So it was awesome. I'm very happy with that. So now we're going to go see a movie and come home and have dinner. And then when my husband wakes up, we're going to watch The Walking Dead before he goes to work tonight. He has to work tonight. So
Don't like Walking Dead.
You don't watch Walking Dead, do you?
No.
We do. So I'm probably not going to be reading anymore until when I get in bed and start getting ready to go to sleep. So hopefully I can, my goal is to get to at least halfway tonight, and that would be awesome. So I will check back in with you tomorrow morning. But so far, a really good first day. Okay guys, so it is the beginning of day 2. It's just about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm gonna get reading here. So last night I was gonna try to go to 50% through Dexter is Dead, but I only got to 48. So I read 5 more percent of it, but by then I couldn't stay awake. So I'm 48% through now. My goal is to finish it today. I think I can really do that. I have taken my older daughter to school. My younger daughter is in preschool, but she woke up with a temperature, so she's staying home today. But we're probably just going to be lazy and hang out on the couch. I'm going to read. She's going to watch TV. I got some coffee ready, so I'm ready to sit down with some good time and read this morning. So I'll check back in a little bit later. Hey guys! Okay, so it is about 2:30 on day 2, and I just finished Dexter is Dead, and I really, really liked it. It was the 8th and final book in the Dexter book series, which is the series that inspired the TV show Dexter, which is one of my favorites. And I really enjoyed it. I thought he tied it up really nicely, and I'm going to give it 3 stars just because it was more informational, I guess, than like super action packed. There was definitely action in it, you know, it's the final book in a series like that, but yeah, it wasn't just like one thing after another. But I still really enjoyed it. I really like the series. I love the TV show. It's one of my favorite TV shows. So if you're a fan of the show, I think you would be a fan of the books too. Just don't expect it to be exactly the same, because it's not. So but I still really enjoyed it. I think that they were worth the read, and there's 8 of them. Okay, so that's my first series slayed, and I actually finished a series. So that's the first series of the year that I have fully completed. Like, there's not going to be any more, so I'm good. So I'm really happy with that. So I finished that, and now my next one, I'm not going to be able to read again until I get home. I'm picking up my daughter from school right now, so I'm kind of waiting for them to come out. And the book fair starts today at my daughter's school, and she wants to go. So I'm going to grab her, and then we're going to go inside and go to the book fair, and then we'll go home. And my little one is still not feeling well, so she's home with my husband, and normally she would have dance class today, but I'm not going to take her because she's not feeling well. So once I get home, I'll be starting the selection. That's going to be the next one that I'm going to start reading. This is by Kira Cass, and this is the first book in the series, so I'll be starting a new one and see what I think. And if I like this one, then I will read the rest. I think there's going to be 5. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anyone knows. I know some of you guys had said that you read the selection and you liked it, or you're reading the series. I thought I had seen somewhere that there was a 5th book coming out this year, and that was going to be the final one, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so I'm going to read the selection, and it's pretty short. It's only a little over 320 pages, I think like 327. So I'm going to try to actually read that between today and tomorrow and just really hunker down and do it. Okay, so I will check in again a little bit later with you guys, but so far the Slay That series, Readathon is going really well for me. All right, I will see you again soon. Okay, so it is 8 o'clock or 8:30. Oh, almost 8:30. End of day 2. The house is quiet. My girls just went to bed. My husband is sleeping. He's probably going to get up here in a couple hours. He does shift work, so that's why his schedule's all crazy. And right now he's working overnight shifts, so he works all night and sleeps all day. He does have the next 2 days off, though, so he went to bed a little bit later than normal. But he'll probably be asleep for another 2, maybe 3 hours. So my house is quiet. I'm going to get moving with the selection here. I did read the first 15 pages before I had to start thinking about dinner and homework and all that stuff. But yeah, so I'm not super far into it. But so far the writing is super easy to read, so I think I can probably get through this quickly. But I'm going to spend the rest of the night until my husband wakes up just reading. And then when he wakes up, I'll probably hang out with him for a little bit, take a shower, and then go to bed. But yeah, so this is going to be the rest of my night. So I have my book and I have my favorite beer, which is Shock Top Honey Crisp Apple Wheat. This is my favorite. I get this at Walmart. Oh, I love this stuff. So I'm just going to drink a beer and read the selection and have a good night. So I will check in again with you guys tomorrow. Okay, guys, so this is the morning of day 3. I'm still trying to wake up. I haven't had my coffee yet. So it's the morning of day 3. I stayed up until 1 o'clock last night reading the selection because I could not put it down. Oh my gosh, I can definitely, I'm going to be obsessed with this series. I read halfway through, so at halfway through I forced myself to put it down because it was 1 o'clock in the morning and I had to go to bed because I had to get up this morning for school and all that. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. It's super quick and easy, and like I'm kind of dying to know how everything's going to play out. I kind of feel like I already know part of it at least because I think the titles of the books kind of almost spoil it, I think. So I don't know. But yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. I think it's going to be kind of a guilty pleasure type thing for me. But yeah, so this morning I am heading in right now to go get a couple of things from the grocery store. I'm doing a volunteer fundraiser lunch at my husband's work for the spouse group, and we are doing a Taco Tuesday, so I'm going to go grab a couple things I said I would bring, and I have to do that at lunchtime. And then after that, I am going to be home and should be able to read for most of the rest of the day. So I'm going to really I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish the selection today. Like, there shouldn't be an issue as far as that goes. But yeah, so, but man, it's really good. I'm glad I picked this one, especially for a readathon where I kind of feel like I need to read and I want to read right now. So it'll be fun. All right. So I'm going to go do my shopping so I can go home and do my hair and makeup and do my stuff and try to squeeze in a little bit more before I have to go do the lunch thing, but we'll see. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Coffee as big as my head. Check. Okay, guys, so it's a couple hours later, and unfortunately I don't have time to sneak in any reading before I'm going to my fundraising thing. A friend of mine asked if I wanted to get coffee before we go, so I said yeah. So unfortunately I don't have time to read anything before I go, but after I get home it's on for the rest of the day. And unfortunately I have to take this back to the library because I checked it out. I haven't read it yet. It's due back today and someone put a hold on it. So my fault for, you know, holding on to it for too long when I know it's going to be a popular book. So whatever. So I'm going to take that back as well. But I'll just have to recheck it out when I'm ready to actually like grab it and start it instead of grab it and let it sit in my room for 2 weeks. All right, so I'm going to go do my stuff and then go home and read. So I will check back in with you later tonight. Hey guys, okay, so I'm in my car again. Today is day 4 of the Readathon. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah, day 4. I feel like I'm vlogging a lot from my car, but honestly, it's kind of sometimes it's the only time I have by myself, let's be real. So, I am picking up my daughter from preschool here in just a few minutes. She's about to get out, so I'm waiting for her to be done. And I did not check in last night because I ended up staying up until 1 o'clock in the morning last night finishing the selection. And I didn't plan on doing that, but I was hoping to have it finished during the day. However, my day ended up being a lot more crazy. People needed me a lot more than I was hoping they would. Things had to be done around the house and, dinner and all that kind of stuff. And then my husband was off last night, so we ended up spending some time together as well, which is good. But I got in bed at 11:15 and said, no one talk to me anymore. I'm done. I'm reading this book. I'm going to finish it. No one's going to stop me. And I stayed up to 1 o'clock in the morning finishing that book. And it was so good, you guys. I gave it 5 stars. It was very addicting. I just felt like I wanted to constantly read it and find out what was happening. It was very easy to read, which was nice because it was easy to get through. I didn't have to think too much about it. It just kind of happened. And I absolutely loved it. And one thing that surprised me is that this book has a love triangle, which I knew going into it, it had a love triangle in it, but I'm not usually the biggest fan of love triangles, but this one was done really well and it made sense. So therefore I liked it. I really liked the way that Kira actually, had that whole process come about, and it just made sense why there's a love triangle. It makes absolute sense. I loved it. I loved every single word of it. I cannot wait to go to the library and pick up the rest of the series. And yeah, so I just love it. I know there's 4 out, and there's also a collection of short stories that go along with them. So I want to read all those, and I believe there's a 5th one coming out later this year too. I have to do more research on that, but I'm pretty sure there's a new one coming out this year, and it might be the final one. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. I do want to go grab them. However, I need to wait until I finish my other books that I have from the library, because I currently still have, I think, 8 books out from the library, and I need to read those so I can take them back. So that'll be probably my reward, read these books first and then you can go get the rest of the selection series. But yeah, totally 100%. I'm so happy I read it and I'm totally into it. So today, I have not read anything yet today because I woke up this morning, had breakfast with one of my girlfriends, and then went to Bible study, and now I'm picking up Layla. So I am going to grab my daughter, go home, eat some lunch, and then I'm going to start Inferno. I took the dust jacket off because if I read a hardback, I can't do the dust jacket unless it's a library book. I just can't do it. It gets messed up. But I have it with me, and I plan to go home and eat some lunch and start Inferno. This is the longest one that I have for the readathon. It's very, very long, but hopefully I'm gonna get super into it and just be not want to put it down. That's usually how I am with Dan Brown books. Every single one, I've read every other book of his that he's published, and I've been like that with all of them, so I'm hoping this one's gonna be the same. But yeah, so I will definitely be checking in later tonight. Okay, see you guys soon. Hey guys, so it's 8:30, end of day 4, and I ended up not reading very much today. I did read the first 2 chapters of Inferno, and it was only about 20 pages or so, but it's good. It's Dan Brown has really good writing. I don't know if that's the right way to describe it, but I like the way that he writes. I enjoy it, and this one is starting off with something's happened and nobody knows what's happened yet, so that's awesome. However, I just kind of found myself getting really distracted, and my 4-year-old was a handful today, so it was hard to really be able to sit down and concentrate. So I kind of just went, whatever. So I did read the first 2 chapters, but right now I'm kind of not really in the mood to read. So right now I'm just watching TV, and I'm probably going to take a shower here soon and get in bed. And I'll try to read a little bit before I go to bed. I'll try to read some more. But yeah, today's been kind of a little bit of a bust. But yeah, so hopefully I can get some more in later tonight, and we'll see. But halfway through, I'm still pretty proud of how it's been going so far. So I just need to keep on trucking. Okay, I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, so it's the end of day 5. Yes, day 5. I had to count for a second. It's been a long day. I have not made a ton of progress, honestly. Today did not go the way I was expecting it to go. I had plans to go grocery shopping, and then I was going to come home and read for the rest of the day, but my daughter ended up getting sick at school, so I had to go pick her up and kind of take care of her. And then my 4-year-old was being a 4-year-old. So I had kind of a hard day today. I did actually try to sit down and read a little bit, but I had a really hard time concentrating. I couldn't focus, I guess. So I haven't made a ton of progress with Inferno. I have gotten to, I think, 78 pages, I believe. So not terrible. But there's over 400 pages in this book. So I'm like, ah. Okay, so tomorrow, I don't know how much reading I'm going to be able to get done because I am hosting our book club at my house tomorrow night. So I kind of have to spend the day getting ready for that. We are going to be discussing Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. That's what we read this month. That's fantastic. If you haven't read it yet, it's really, really good. So I'm going to be kind of spending the day running errands and cleaning my house and getting ready for that. I will try to sneak in some here and there, but I just don't know how much. So I think Saturday and Sunday are going to have to be the big reading days to finish up this readathon. So I'm still going to really try to get through Inferno. I just don't know if I can. I'm just going to have to see. And I'm going to have to hope that my attention span stays on my book. That's been my problem these past 2 days. I just haven't been able to focus very well. I'm kind of like, meh. Even though the book is really good, it's Dan Brown. It's a really good book. I'm just, bleh. It's me. It's me. It's not you, Dan. It's me. But yeah, so Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be really trying to just see how far I can get. So I'm probably not going to check in again till Saturday night and just let you know how I did, because tomorrow I'm just really not expecting to get much done, if anything. So we'll see. Okay, so I'm trying not to feel discouraged about it because I read 2 books in like 4 days, which is amazing for me. For me, is really amazing, and I'm really happy with the books that I'm reading. So it's not a fail by any means because I'm reading books I want to read and I'm very happy with them and I love them. So it's not, I don't feel defeated, I guess. I do wish that I could focus a little bit more right now, but it's okay. We have those times, and I might be a little bit burnt out because I did read, 2 books in 4 days. But all right, I'm going to stop rambling. It's nighttime and I'm kind of ready to call it a day and just get in bed and just watch Jimmy Fallon until I fall asleep. So that's probably just what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'll check back in again on Saturday night because that's probably when I'm going to have more to say. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hey guys. Okay, so it's Saturday night and I'm chilling here with my Brody. He's in my lap right now. Okay, so yeah, yesterday I actually did find a little bit of time to sit down and read. I read a little bit of Inferno. And then today, I had a lot more time today actually. And I had, my daughters had their dance pictures this morning, so we went and did that. But then I was home for the rest of the day. So probably from about 11:30 on, I had all day to read. And I was like, I'm doing it. I'm going to read all day long and no one's going to stop me and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know what it was. I couldn't concentrate. Inferno, I'm finding, is a little bit harder for me to get into, which is surprising to me because Dan Brown is a great author and I have devoured every single one of his other books. So I'm surprised this one is not capturing me yet. So I'm sure that's part of it. Another part of it is this one seems to be very, very, very detailed, almost to a fault, where I'm kind of like glazing over a little bit at some of the details that he's talking about. I know that's part of the story, so they need to be detailed because he talks a lot about Italian art and sculptures and things that are in Italy because that's where the book takes place and that's the whole premise behind the story. So I get it, but right now I'm kind of not in the mood for it. So I don't know. I was like, I found that I'm getting a little bit slumpy and I'm just not interested in picking it up and reading. So I was like, okay, I got to do something about this. I'm not giving up on the book. I'm going to finish it. I'm just going to put it down for this weekend because I don't think I'm in the right place right now for it. I'm really not in the mood for it. So I am 142 pages, I think, into it. So I'm probably about 30% through it. But yeah, as of right now, I'm gonna put it down for just like a couple days, and I'll probably pick it up again next week and try to work my way through it. So instead of doing that, I decided to pick up the other book that was on my TBR, which is Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh. And this one I've gotten a little over 50 pages in so far. So much better, just because it's easier and the font is a little bit bigger in here and the pages are smaller, so it's not quite as intimidating. So what is happening is I'm going to just read this tomorrow, basically. So right now it's Saturday night. I'm kind of tired. I was falling asleep on the couch while I was trying to read too, so that didn't help. But I'm kind of tired, so I'm probably not gonna read that much more tonight. I'm actually I think I'm gonna watch Vikings right now and then probably go to bed. And then tomorrow we're gonna go to church in the morning, and then in the afternoon I'm gonna take my girls to see a movie. But other than that, I do plan to read, so I'm gonna try to get through as much of this book as I can. I probably won't be able to finish the whole thing, but that's okay. I'll just try to read as much as I can, and then the readathon will be done. So I definitely had a couple days here where I was just not into it, and I think it's because of Inferno, unfortunately. So I'm just going to try to make up as much as I can with this other one. So I'll be back tomorrow night with my final vlog about how I did, and yeah, so I'll talk to you guys then. Hey guys, okay, so it is Saturday afternoon and I'm pretty much done. I do have more time before I have to go do anything else, but I'm kind of not in the mood to read. I did sit down and read for a little bit, but I'm kind of just feeling meh. So I'm gonna call the readathon done for me, and I'm okay with that. I definitely kind of wish I had been able to read more, but it's all right. So it wasn't the best readathon for me, but it wasn't the worst either. So I'm happy with what I read. So my final count was I read Dexter is Dead, which is the 8th book in a series and the final book. So I finished a series, the Dexter series by Jeff Lindsay, and then I read the first book in a new to me series, which is The Selection by Kira Cass, which I absolutely loved, and I will definitely continue that series. And then I read 140 pages of Inferno by Dan Brown, which is the most recent release in their Robert Langdon series. I have put that down for now just because I was kind of getting stuck on it. I will finish it, just not right this second. And then I also got through 75 pages of Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh, which is a new to me series as well. And I am enjoying it. I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm not in the mood to read. Probably because I've been reading all week, or at least trying to. So hopefully this week will be a little bit better because maybe I won't feel so much pressure being a readathon and all that. So yeah, I'm happy-ish, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I'm really happy with what I read. I did really love the 2 books that I read in the beginning of the week, and then I'm enjoying the one that I'm reading now. And then Robert Langdon, I need to just not have so much pressure to read as much as I can in one sitting. For that one, I just need to kind of take my time and read that one a little slower. So, yeah. I've learned some things, I think, from this readathon, and I'm actually going to go back through all of my older readathon videos since I'm doing them more often now and just kind of see if I can notice any patterns. I think I do notice some, especially this week kind of showed me a few things. So I'm going to kind of get my thoughts together on that, and I'm going to do a little video about readathons and what I'm kind of learning from them, since I am starting to participate much more. Okay, so that's it for me. If you guys participated, let me know how you did, and let me know if you guys have read any of the series that I was reading this week and what you thought of them. And I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.